Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rosa's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Escaping the pressure right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Mayfield to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can say.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. They run. Chubb. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Tua going to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Browns 12, Dolphins 9. Jason Sanders to kick off the line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
10 yards on the pickup. And inches at the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
3 down. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. From midfield, here's Tua. It's complete to Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Tua. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Into the secondary again. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Tua, no gain on the play that time, and this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Open man is Waddle, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw is Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Tua. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
Forget the bridge we done built, this time I let them all burn. They tried to count me out, when now it's the word. I bring in paper from the first to the third. They count me out, now count me in. Oh, I'm hot, sizzling. Don't count me out, it all begins right now. Catch me if you can, total catch up, but I still can't even see him from the view. Got my check up, and now I'm trying to blow a bag or two. Proud of shoe, and all designer drink get what I desire. Put him out, what I told him, cause that boy, he on fire. Walk in that thing and air it up, and in my bag a little bit. Remember my pockets in a drought, I couldn't build a little chick. They say they truly love this paper. You see, that's a miss. Why you catch all my brothers ballin' and shooting no bricks? Hold up, check me out. I think the tables done turned. Forget the bridges we done built, this time I let them all burn. They tried to count me out. When now it's the word. I bring it paper, paper, paper from the first to the third. They count me out, now count me in. Oh, I'm hot, sizzling. Don't count me out, it all begin right now. Catch me if you can. Never really care what they say.
On God,
only ever care about one thing.
ching, ching, ching.
Cha-chain, rackets.
Hit the bank.
Ba-bang, put you in your play. Wait, they done got me started. Without me, it's not a party. Ma, he got it rockin'. We bring havoc to your lobby. Tristan, he got shotty. They gon' copy cause we poppin'. Blues up in my wallet. If I like it, then I cop it. Hold up, check me out. I think the tables done turned. Forget the bridges we done built, this time I let them all burn. They tried to count me out. Well, now it's the word. I bring it paper, paper, paper from the first to the third. They count me out, now count me in. Oh, I'm hot, sizzling. Don't count me out, it all begin right now. Catch me if you can.
It's just a little hit for the summer. Big deal. Whoa! Jumping out of green balloon, Geronimo. Man, I like big wheels, 24s, and I let the paint drip like the hose. Whoa! Big cars, suicide doors, I got scores. You don't know my life is hard. Make me wake up in the morning. Chinchilla for the wizard, cause I swear to clip. Queen Latifah, Regal, living single, but I'm busy like a club. You ain't noticed I was gone yet. Summer trips and family trips is still a could not relax. I've been gone for a minute. Told you I'd be back, just chill for a minute. Last time I checked, you was on for a minute. Miss me with that, I'll be back in a minute with my